beautiful people. If you're watching this video, then unfortunately you're having some tin whistle problems, and hopefully today we are going to solve them. Every now and again, a tunable whistle gets stuck. And what I mean by that is the mouthpiece simply won't move. This means you can't tune your tunable whistle, which is the whole reason you got a tunable whistle in the first place, am I right? And of course, sometimes it can get stuck out of position, meaning the holes and the mouthpiece don't even line up. Well, thankfully there are 3 easy things you can do at home today, which could help get your whistle head moving. So let's get into it. Now, your best friend when it comes to loosening your tin whistle tuning slide is some sort of lubrication. And the lubrication you use will depend on the material your whistle is made from. You'll need to have a look online and find the best lubricant to use that is not only non-toxic, and safe to use, because bear in mind this is quite close to your mouth, but also won't damage the material that your whistle is made from. So for example, for most wood whistles, you want to be looking maybe at linseed oil. For this silver-plated Lear whistle, I could use the lubrication that came with it, but this is in stick form, and that's quite difficult to get into the whistle joint if the whistle head is stuck on. So for silver-plated whistles, I can actually use olive oil. The internet is your friend. Please do look up the best lubrication or oil or grease for your material of whistle. Brass, for example, has a great selection of lubrication options because they actually make brass slide grease for brass instruments. So that's fantastic. Now, when you're applying it, because you can't move your tin whistle slide, you can't rub it around the inside of the tin whistle joint. So what you're going to do is hold the whistle in a position where the oil or lubricant can actually seep down into the joint. So with this Lear whistle, it would be upside down. I would apply a small amount of olive oil around the rim here and allow gravity to drag that down into the tuning slide here. Hopefully, if it gets to seep in, that is enough lubrication to give your tuning slide a little bit of slick, and you can gently twist to try and get a little bit of movement. If lubrication hasn't helped, you can try altering the temperature of your whistle. If your whistle is made of metal, this is particularly useful because heating up or cooling down the metal will expand or shrink the actual tuning slide ever so slightly, which might give you a little bit of wiggle room. Now, please do exercise caution when doing this because you can damage your whistle. But using a hairdryer on the outside can actually warm up the outside of the mouthpiece and give you a little bit of expansion to allow you to pop the head off. And also using ice packs or cold water can actually help you cool down the underside or the narrower part of the tuning slide and help shrink that so you get a bit of added movement. You can also run cold water or ice water through the whistle or warm water as long as you don't have any parts that can melt. Now with plastic, you need to be careful not to crack the plastic. And of course with wood, you don't want to be getting your whistle wet. With carbon fiber, you're pretty much good to do whatever you like. But just please be careful with this temperature change. It can just give you a little bit of movement in your tin whistle head. And once you have that, you can go back to the oiling and greasing and hopefully get a lot more movement in that tuning slide. The third and final option is to actually use a bit of grip, because what happens sometimes is, especially if we've tried to oil or grease the whistle, we can lose our grip somewhat. And using gloves with rubber on the palms or using this non-slip rubber matting can actually help you get the grip on your tin whistle that you need. So placing this top and bottom, the best thing you can do is actually completely cover the full mouthpiece at the top and the whistle at the bottom and actually twist in opposite directions whilst pulling the mouthpiece away. This extra grip will give you a bit of extra purchase on the whistle and hopefully allow you a bit of movement. Again, as soon as you get that tuning slide out of position, that's where your lubrication comes back in, so you can keep that tuning slide nice and slick and get all the movement you need. So that is it from me today, folks. I really hope this video was helpful and allowed you to get some movement back in your whistle. If you tried these techniques and they worked for you, please do let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you have any other suggestions to help get these whistle heads moving, leave those down below as well. Everybody watching this video just wants to work out how to get their whistle working again, so anything you can leave below would be really helpful. If you love what I do here on YouTube and you'd like to support my channel, please consider supporting me on Ko-fi and Patreon, either one-off or monthly, or right here on YouTube using the super thanks button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, that really helps me out. And of course, like this video and comment down below as well. If you run into any other tin whistle problems, I have a whole load of tips, tricks, and hack videos here on YouTube that might help you out, so please do check those out. Thank you so much for watching, happy whistling, and I'll see you folks again soon. Bye!